chaos erupted in Schiedam as hundreds took to the streets, waving flags and burning smoke flares in a furious rally against plans for a new asylum seekers center. The protesters framed their fight as a battle for survival, warning that poverty, food banks, and homelessness already cripple the city. They accused the government of ignoring local struggles while opening doors to outsiders.
Stand for the interests of Schiedam people here. Schiedam already has a lot of issues related to poverty and low literacy. We have 2 food banks in Schiedam. We just don't have the foundation. That shouldn't be allowed. We have a lot of homeless people.
Much of the anger was directed at the type of refugees expected: young men, not families. The perception of a demographic imbalance has become a lightning rod for fear and resentment.
What shall I say? They only allowed 2 people there, only young men. Unbelievable. Why? Why are you fleeing from a country where you are a problem and sick? And why don't you come there with your wife and children as a fellow refugee? Why is it only young, vital men who come here to Holland? And then next, what if the government doesn't take care of the issues? We had Lisa's murder. We have a crowdfunding, a kind of polarization one creates between left and right. They are working to turn the people against each other. We need to make sure that Schiedam, which has a lot of issues regarding housing shortage, solves the problems here in Schiedam first. They cannot have another AZC there, Asylum Seekers Center. We already have 2 boats lying around. We have Ukrainian refugees. We already do enough. Now, we have care of Schiedam's people.
But the streets of Schiedam also carried a different voice. A counter-protest marched in solidarity with refugees, branding the anti-asylum movement as scapegoating and dangerous. They argued that migrants are not the root of social decline, but rather victims of a system driven by profit and inequality. For them, the real culprits are those in power, not those seeking safety.
A fascist demonstration that is against the refugee center here in Schiedam. I'm here because refugees are being scapegoated left and right, and migrants are being scapegoated left and right for all the problems of society, while the actual problems of society are because of profits and the rich. The rich are causing these divisions. Because of the rich, we don't have houses. Because of the rich, we have a crumbling infrastructure. And refugees are just basically pawns in this political game. I'm a migrant myself, and the majority of people actually in the Netherlands, at least in Schiedam, are migrants. And I find this despicable, that fascists are allowed to be on the streets and spread hate.
What unfolded was more than just a local dispute. It was a street-level confrontation of 2 worldviews. On one side, a community that feels abandoned. On the other, activists defending humanitarian principles. This clash is not confined to Schiedam. Across the Netherlands, similar protests have erupted wherever authorities plan new housing for asylum seekers, feeding a growing national divide.